Today we're going to be playing around with some EB-02 Marco. This is more of the power control setup. And we're going to be trying him out with the EB-02 card, Vivi, where if you're multicolored and you have 5 or less cards, you draw 2. I, back then, used to do Peel Off as a starter, but this offers you the option of bouncing things back with Jozu. Like, you don't just have a target for just Iza, you have a Vivi as well to recur it. So it's always nice to have. And we're also rocking around with the Whitebeard package, as well as Otama. And then we got the Sirius power in Newgate and Rayleigh to help slow them down and pop their things. We also got some control aspects in the form of events, Divine Departure, very good red multi-tool, and we use it to clear out anything that's big, easy to deal with 7 Dawn to clear out a 10k. And then we got Gum Mole Gun, where the trigger, when it pops, it is devastating. So we like to have 4 of those as well. But yeah, this is pretty much your standard Marco with a few extra bits hanging on and attached. And yeah, let's see how this goes. We got some games for you for today. Timestamps will be in the description. And let's get right into it. Let's see. I think we want to go first. Do we like this hand? It could be better. That's better. All right, so we'll draw next and we can play VV for next turn. Let's see what they get with the Nami Searcher. Okay, so 2k counter here. Not going to use our leader ability just yet. We're just going to swing for a regular 5k swing, see what happens. They take, and then we'll VV, get those extra 2 cards. And turn 5, we really don't have a good turn. Oh, actually we do. We have Atmos. Question is, do we want to take this, and is this going to cost us Dawn to make that happen? The answer is no. I do want to recur the Vivi, so that's why I'm countering here. And we can eventually do it with Jozu. And when we play Atmos, we can reveal both the Jozu and, well, Jozu. So we'll take the draw here. We will attach 1, draw. We can bottom, I think, the other Rayleigh. And then we can minus the Zoro for formality's sake. And then we can go 6 to life. I am going to play Atmos here, reveal the Marco and the Jozu. And then we get to bottom, or not bottom, but bounce back their Zoro to hand. So this is the part where they're going to go with the Sanji Pudding because they always somehow have it. But the $1 million question is to see if they have the boat. Because if they do, that might be a problem. So they have a big old attitude, and they get to play the Zoro on top of that. So that's just straight up powerful. I could just counter out of this, and I reckon I would. So we have 7 Dawn here. We need to make sure that that pudding is not a factor. So we can do that with Jozu because we don't have the Mary just yet. So I think that's what we're going to do. So we'll keep the Atmos active, and then we could do a draw here. We could play Ace next turn, just to get back some type of board state. We can also play Rayleigh too. I think if they had 2 characters that are there, we could. But I'm thinking we need to get rid of one of the events, so what's more prevalent here? We don't really need to, well, we'll drop the Mole Gun. We'll minus, and then we'll swing 6. Then Jozu will bounce and set that back to the table. At turn 9, we have the Rayleigh into leader ability. But either way, this is going to be very painful. I think I need to block one of these swings. But they're going to have at least another 5 Dawn to play with. And yeah, it just keeps stacking with the bonuses. I for sure going to need to drop 2 cards here, and then we're going to have to take the second one. All right, so we're going to start with an attachment here. We'll draw, put back an event to the bottom. We'll minus a Sanji inputting. And then we're going to go Rayleigh, minusing this by 3, minusing this by 2, and popping. And then we could start with a free swing to Zoro. See if they'll counter with all the swings. Then we'll go 6 to 4. And then we'll swing 7 to face. Alright, this is going to be critical. Where hopefully they just attach 1 or just go for board. So Mary's going to draw them a card, get more cards in rotation. They got another... How do they get multiple Sanjis and puddings? It's crazy. Bottom 30 of their deck, and well, there's 3 puddings. This is cracked. We'll take... That's really not a good one to see. I'm gonna have to minus this swing. Okay. I think the same stance as the first here. We'll attach 1 here, leaving 1 up for Divine Departure. We'll draw. And we'll place an ace at the bottom. We'll minus another pudding. And then we'll do the same thing here. We'll go 3, 2, pop. And then we'll try to pour our attacks into this pudding. And an 8K swing. Okay, giant. So we got rid of 3 puddings. And a Luna. Luna's only going to be effective against the Jozu and Atmos. But we're going to have to leave 1 up to as a counter means. But we're definitely in Luffy range now. I have a 2K counter for that, so that's fine. Okay, here comes their disgusting double swings. We'll counter with Divine Departure to lead. Now, are they going to double swing here? They're okay. We'll just take that one. You know, I kind of regret not leaving that Luffy up, so we'll have to draw a card here. That is pretty good. But can we survive another Luffy assault? They have less Dawn to work with now. So we'll place the Ezo at the bottom. We'll minus by 2K. We'll deploy a 3rd Rayleigh. Minus, pop. And then we're going to start trying to go for extra credit. We'll go 6. And then we'll keep attacking. Now the question is, do we have enough swings to make this happen? Or at least force another giant? No, but this is going to be the ultimate test. We just survive something. So I'll have to boost it here. So restand. We'll take. We got counter. Okay. I think we got it. Oh, that felt really good. This looks like a pretty good hand to work around with. Let's see if we can sell it, because they do have some stuff that could really hurt us at the end. So let's see if we can handle it. Definitely gonna make use of the Josu here. Okay, we got Vista 2 for turn 3 also. Let's see what if they play something here. No, they do not. So we could go for no, it wouldn't matter if we went for 2 fights because it can rest the Izo. So let's search. Oh, okay, we got something nice. We can place a card at the bottom. Probably, if they're going 4, we can probably just take out the Marco. Can't really minus anything, but I'll swing 7. They'll rest Izo, and then we'll play out other Izo. And we can get something late game. Mulligan will help, but we can't really get it. So Ace, since we don't have anything else. You know, keep our options open. That is pretty new, going from swinging like that. We'll take. And they got a Rouge here. So what we can do is attach 1. Search. Divine Departure is nice. We can put one of the Josus at the bottom. Minusing the Rouge. And then we could go 6. Let's see if they do a blocking action here. They won't, but they'll give us a 2k for their troubles. And then we could go Atmos, reveal the Ace that we have, and then a Vista. And then they're going to have to put back their Rouge back to hand. So they're up to 6 now, so we can bounce something else back to hand. We can drop a Vista here. And then we can see what they have. They got Hawkins. Sadly, that's not something that we can easily remove. Unfortunately. But what we can do is swing. Let's see if they're going to help us out here. And we'll just go 5 here. Let's see if they block with Hawkins. Give us a free block. They're not going to give us that. But what we can do is... yeah. Actually, there is something that we can do. We'll swing. Swing. Play Newgate. Draw. Let's place... what do we want to place in bottom? Probably the Josu minus rest. And they have nothing that they can rest because all our cards are rested. Okay, they're going to go 7. Do we want to let this go? Yeah, there's not really much point. Carrot's going to freeze the Newgate, but we can come back and bounce back and play one of the Rayleighs. So we could attach 1, draw. We can put back the Izo minus 2, and then we can go for pop. And then another 6k swing. Now, they have some options here. They could start resting stuff with the big Dofi. We could actually take out one of their regular costs. We'll drop Marco here. Maybe this is the Dofi turn. Yep, so makes sense. And still attach one and draw. We can place one of the aces at the bottom, minus. And then we can actually play Divine Departure. Popping this, and then we can go VV for some card draw. Let's see if they have another Dofi to play. They don't have that to play, but we're gonna need to start getting some swings in. Can put this. We can just start swinging 8 here. Go 8. They'll take. We can go 4 and 1 and pop the shanks. Or we can just, we'll do it since we have the Dawn to do it. So we'll go draw, place, ace at the bottom, minus it by 2. Then we could go Otama, making it a 4. And then Mulgun will be -4 to 9, so minus pop. And now it gives us an opportunity to play out another BV. We'll take this one. Do they have another big card? They do, sadly. Draw, place another one at the bottom, minusing this by 2. Tama will minus it by 2 again. And then we get Divine Departure again. And we can swing an 8. Eventually we'll break through. We'll give out Marco. All right, here comes Captain Kidd. What we can do here is draw. We can place at the bottom Marco, minusing the Kid by 2. And we have Marco the Phoenix to pop the Rosinante, and everything else will go into Captain Kidd. And we need to do this first in order to clear out the Rosinante. But do they have 3 cards to discard here? They had to give up a lot in order to make that happen. Let's see if they have more stuff to rest. Okay, so they just have a Bonney to freeze. I'll have to take this one. Ooh. Definitely need the Mulgun here. Give us that. Okay, this is going to be a long, drawn-out fight. We can go silvers here. Catching one, drawing to get some more counter. Place Nugi at the bottom. Give this a 2,000. Then we can actually play Rayleigh, give it another bit of damage. And then we can pop it. And then we can swing a big 7k swing. Let's see if they have it here. All right. So they could play Dofi here. They do have the Hody Jones play. But let's see if we can handle this pain that's about to approach. Hody Jones is an option. Not taking any chances. We'll do the counter here. Okay, there's Hawkins and okay, so double block. Actually place card on the bottom. Placing Vivi because this is the end of the line here. So we'll go Vista. And then we'll hit him with a 10k swing. We have 2 buys to swing, so they could rest either of these. Let's go for game. Wow, that was a long blown out conclusion. But yeah, Hody Jones, yeah, they did have it. Okay, so we got the cook. Let's say whose fires Brian Brighter. We have a 2-4. We can't even do a 4. Let's mulligan. Okay, we got something here. Oh. Of course. Let's draw. Vista can be brought up, so we'll place card. Let's place 1 VV. Can't choose anything, so we'll pass. We could play Departure here. Drop another. Let's go 1, draw. Place the... We have the combo here, so we'll actually place Fist at the bottom now. Minus this, swing. And then Vivi, give us some extra workaround room. What else? So up to 6, so we can just straight out play Jozu. And whatever they play, hopefully... Okay, just Brook. Sure, I guess. We'll take it this time. This 1k counter here. We'll hit it out at 5. Okay, so we got cotton candied. Bounce, bounce, and let's see where we go from here. We can spend a lot of counter here. And we can get it back, not the next turn, but the next concurrent turn. Okay, so block time, and then chopper time. So they have some setups here. Of course I'm gonna block it. Let's block with... I'll block with Ezo. I don't mind the chopper that much. I do mind the blocker one. Wait, they're both chopper. I'm so bright. First things first, let's go with new gate. Attach. See what we get. We will place the... We'll place the Ezo at the bottom. We'll minus the chopper. We'll rest and pop the other chopper. And now we got a 7k swing. They're gonna give us some counter. Okay. 7. Finally did first hit. Oh, the dragon. Dragon's dragon. Okay, so they're splitting their attacks. That's a bit odd. Oh, we can actually pop the dragon, funny enough, if the Newgate survives this. That would be funny. We would have to delay our VV for a turn, but I think that would be totally worth it. Okay, so 8 and 9. If it's to face, I'll have to take. If it's to Newgate, I will block. I want to protect it. Okay, so got double here. Let's deploy. Minus, minus. And then we got a couple of options here. Let's see if we can take it down with just our 7s. I do want to play the VV. Let's see if we can get a bit greedy. They can't all have 2Ks, can they? They only dropped off 1 2K. Okay, they gave it to us. So snap 5. Okay, they gave us a counter for that. Another 7, which they will definitely give us counter. Then what do they have? We'll VV, get some more card draw. Hey, there's Rayleigh. We're building up quite the board here. Got all the badass Whitebeard pirates in this board. And then there's VV. Okay, Brooke's gonna do some minusing. Not good. If they do their investments, they could take out 2 of my characters. Let's check our trash. Don't have much time of the ability to just block out all our stuff. You can minus 2 things. So we're gonna have to let that one go. That Brooke is powerful in this situation. Okay, so they got Rush Sorrow. Okay. We won't give it to them that easily. They're gonna have to put every single point of Dawn into this. Or they're just gonna leave out 1. Yep, can't do anything about that, sadly. Alright, Rayleigh, it's your turn. Minus, pop, and attach, draw, and place. We'll hold on to Mulligan, so we'll place Newgate at the bottom. And we'll minus again. Go for 2 to nothing. VV will smack down the Zoro. Or they're gonna have to give us something for it. No, stop! 6, 7. But that's a guard point that they don't have anymore. You can also clear an 8 cost with a Mulligan. Or, no, actually a 10 cost. You can do Mulligan, Papanami, attach 1, and then Marco to finish it off. They are not going to. They are going to. Incredible. So that's their rush for today. Mulligan, there it is. Can't KO it. You can KO VV, but you can't KO. It's 2,000. It's 3,000, not 2,000. I'm afraid. You could have done it to the Jozu. Now you can pop VV now, so undeserved Mulligan, in my opinion. Okay, so you just have some attacks. Sure. Ah. That's just rude. Nah. Alright, we can just go for game now. We can attach 1 to Rayleigh, go for 9, and then everything else go to the face. So 9. No way they have the rad beams to just clear it out, right? And then for Jozu for sticking around, Let's see what happens. Do they have a trigger? Oh, kind of. Okay, so Fat figured that, but still had enough to have a lot of attack and interest. There you have it, a little bit of EB-02 for Marco. Let me know what your thoughts on the deck, what add-ins would you like to see, and also any suggestions for characters, leave it down in the comments below. And until then, I will see you all in the next One Piece video. Thanks for watching.